Coming up to say hi. Coming up to say hi.
Yeah, he's a little slimmer, isn't he? I'm not sure. Hey, Ricky. Okay. You gotta play around when he goes out to Ricky. Ricky gets the shit out of him. So, we'll worry about that later.
Okay. Okay, guys, just double checking everything. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's a good day here. I am just getting everything ready. Okay. So, oh, silly kitty, stop fighting. Come on. Guys, come on. Go, Ricky. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Got a lot to do today. I actually forgot the blankets, so let me go grab. Actually, we'll get everybody fed, then I'll come back and get the blankets. It'll just make it easier. Okay, so we're gonna go get, as you guys can see, beautiful blue sky. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful blue. Awesome, awesome blue skies. So, and it's warm. We're supposed to get some more snow in just a bit, but pretty warm. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And lots of snow. We're gonna hear lots of crashes because it's warm, the snow's melting, trees are dropping off all of the crap that they have on them, and we should have lots of lovely snow. I need to put this down for a second and spin the camera around because I cannot currently see the screen with my glasses, which is interesting. It's the sun glare is making it very hard to see. So actually, there we go. If I just spend a little bit more attention, I can do it that way. Guinea can do it that way. Let's go get some, let's get the feed. Looks like Lisa put this up here. I did not turn on the camera. I mean, the lights today in here. So let's get to that handled. And then there was light. And then there was light. I've got my water containers. I will go grab the rest of the water containers in just a second. But we got the water containers over there. My wonderful string so I can carry them all while I'm talking to you guys. Hope the audio is going well. So, today we have a lot to talk about. So, the main thing we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about methanol blue. We're going to be talking about mental health and how I've been dealing with it. And we're going to talk about what we can be doing and future plans for me and this channel and things of that sort. So first off, let's just start talking about methanol blue. So if you guys are not familiar, methanol blue is a medicine slash clothing dye that you take for brain fog and other good reasons. Now, I'm going to tell everyone firsthand, make sure you understand the doses that you're taking because you do not want to overdose. And I say this because the last 2 days I had my doses completely wrong and took I took way too much. It's okay. I have natural ways to counteract what I've done, but it is something that you need to make sure that when you get your proper dosage, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing, because I yesterday read the doses wrong, just flat out wrong. I mistook milliliters and milligrams. So in the wrong direction way I did that. So that, and then today when I did the conversion rate, I did the conversion rate wrong as well. So I didn't take as much today as I did yesterday in my mess up mistake, but I still took more than I was planning on taking. So the good news is I learned that I don't have a problem with taking too much methanol blue. The downfall is I took too much methanol blue, and the other downfall is it's a waste. But again, I guess it's one of those things, you start off with the heroic dose and then you work backwards. So good news is being that I am a healthy individual, you can make mistakes like this once or twice. But again, it's not something that is good. It's not something that you should do. It's something that you should plan ahead. And what's really good about this is I'm going to, because of this, I'm going to make a whole, it's going to be put into my herbal book, and it's going to be put into my thing about mistakes that people can make and how to avoid those mistakes, and some good locations for mathematical dosings and such like that. So some of you might be wondering though, Doc, why? You're a healthy middle-aged man. Why are you taking methanol blue? One is I'm trying to deal with the brain fog. Two, I've been noticing some things with the Lyme, and methanol blue is a way to deal with Lyme's disease. I've been noticing some little things dealing with the Lyme's disease I'd like to get handled. And third is there are some benefits for life extension. There are definitely some benefits for life extension, especially if I don't keep fucking up and, doing stupid things like taking way too much. So in a nutshell, you should take, just so you guys should know, for those that want to know, you should take a half to 1 milligram for every kilogram you weigh. So let's just make it real simple. Let's say that you want to take 1 milligram for every kilogram you weigh. That would mean that if you weigh 100 pounds, let's go. If you weigh 200 pounds. If you weigh 200 pounds, you want to take somewhere between 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams is what your optimum dosage should be. So if it's your first time using something, I usually suggest going on the lesser side instead of risking it and going on the higher side of things. So since my dosage was off, I took quite a bit more than that. So now what I will do, for those that want to know, because I took too much, I'm definitely going to be extremely overhydrated today. That's the first thing. Two is I will probably not, because its half-life is about somewhere between 3 to 6 hours. So I'm going to stick with its half-life being 6 hours. And so what that means is I will figure out what the dosage I took yesterday. Well, I know exactly how much I took, but I can now do the math and do the math down to how long until it's completely out of my system, which will be a little bit. And then now that I got the proper dosage down, after I get it completely out of my system, I will then go and take the dosage again, this time the proper dosage, and work forward from there. So again, it's just one of those things. It's always good to experiment. It's always good to, but you should be smart. And again, this is why I don't ever suggest anybody else to do anything that I do until I've done it, until I know how you can screw up, the pros and cons of everything. So that's where we're at. But anyways, taking methanol blue for health purposes and for the cognitive ability that it offers, and to help deal with the Lyme. So So those that maybe don't know, I caught Lyme's disease in 2020, I believe. 2019, 2020. I might have had it before that, but I definitely had it. That time I had the spots on my body, like I got bit by quite a few ticks. So I had quite a few spots along my body. And so that was not bueno. And I felt the aching, all of the aching in your bones and in your joints. That's definitely felt all that. And then I felt the cognitive decline. And I've actually not had I have not had the cognitive come back yet since that decline. There's still, my memory has definitely decreased a bit because of that. The brain fog has been insane sometimes. So I've been doing lots of natural and other interesting things to deal with the I'll come back and get those. To deal with the brain fog and all of that. So I also say, I'll spin you guys around. It's more exciting to go this way. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That way. Also, with having Lyme and then dealing with the mental craziness that happened over the last 5 years with the COVID phenomenon and how that has personally affected my life more than I would have ever imagined. That has added to, it's okay. That's added to extended melancholy. Which extended melancholy makes me have the lack of desire, the lack of knowing what I want to do, the lack of direction, which is funny because that is something that is a very new phenomenon for me. Because as someone with ADD and, you know, the passion of loving to be alive, not knowing what direction to go, being lost, being confused was something that is something I was having a tough time dealing with. So the fact that I'm handling, the fact that it's changing now, it's kind of fun getting back to the normal, or getting back to who I am. It's just the downfall is there's, with the melancholy, rewired some things, and the Lyme has definitely messed with the memory aspect. It's a slower recovery process than I was hoping for, because past me knows what it was like to feel, like how I want to feel, and know how to have my brain functioning on, you know, yeah, I'm dealing with ADHD, but I'm also, you know, sharp, and the little tricks I learned throughout the years of having that are able to make life more interesting.
I'll switch. Oops. Watch out. Scary spot.
So that's it. If you guys are wondering why, over the last couple years, I know some of you used to watch me do this almost daily, and then I really cut back. And it was just it's a lack of caring. And regularly trying to care. Now the upside is it did get me to focus on other things that I find interesting. But I inadvertently think I took the black pill. and let myself get black-pilled with the stuff going on in the world. Even though I warned everyone, don't take any of the pills. Don't take red pill, blue pill, black pill, white pill. Stay away from the opium. Stick to dandelions and herbal medicine. But sometimes it just gets snuck in, and that's what happened. It got snuck in and made me a little crazy. And I'm still dealing with the crazy. And that's also why I've decided to really focus back on what I used to do back when I was younger, before I moved to Southern West Virginia. I was a wellness coach. I was actually a wellness coach here in West Virginia for a little while too. I was a dating coach, wellness coach. And it's what I went to school for. It's one of the things I went to school for. Some of the certifications I have is to help people help themselves. So the life coaching, the life navigation is what I call it. Because I'm doing less coaching nowadays and more being the navigator, helping guide you to the path you want to go. Like, you've told me where we want to go, and I'm gonna help you figure out how to get there. That's really the passion that I like. I like helping other people. I like people. I genuinely think people are awesome. So genuinely want to help people. So the big focus this year is to really get in and simplify the farming and the growing your own food and the mending your own clothes and cooking your own food and building your own structures and providing your own heat source. Those are directions I really want to go into this year. And I've already started some of them on some of the paths that I've gone down. Going to retool and redo the way we raise and rescue and take care of animals. So that is, we'll be talking about that. I'll be the goal is I'm going to start making diagrams or worksheets or things just for about everything, so that everything's plug and play, so I can just hand things over to people like, here you go guys, here's how you do things. I'm going to also, I know some of you guys know how much I'm into permaculture. So the two big things with the permaculture and herbalism things is I'm going to start doing some herbalist classes and showing you how to properly identify. And we're going to start off with just the absolutely simplest things that everybody can find in their yard. Things like dandelions, plantain, clover, yarrow, choke cherries, just stuff that's easy to identify and easy to move in the directions that we need to move into. We're also going to have a lot more honest conversations, because some of you, and I've noticed this a lot in classes and such, people don't always realize what it takes to kind of buck the system a bit. And that's even just growing your own food or doing something simple like that, is that there is a level of understanding that people are going to think you're weird. People are going to not understand what you're doing. So we're going to talk about the trials and tribulations of that as well. Right now, we're going to go feed the bunnies. Because I can tell you right now that there's still a lot of times that even my current household that I live in still doesn't understand, you know, certain aspects of the stuff we choose to do. So, oh, there's something I need to address. I'll show you guys right now. This is the thing fell down off the bunnies, so we need to staple that up. The wind must have been blowing very hard to do that. So we have little bunny greenhouses for a reason, and we've been here. Right, buddy? Right. Yep. Let's get him some food. I'm gonna spin this back around. I'm gonna put you guys right over here so you guys can see what's going on as I get all the chores done. Because as much as I'd love to be able to have you guys all up in the grill, I do need to make sure that everybody gets fed and watered and that I don't forget. So that means me focusing on bunnies and rabbits first, and then coming back and chatting with you guys about what I have accomplished. Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. I really like this greenhouse idea. This is done. What that is, that's greenhouse plastic. And we have all the bunnies. We have, what is there, 5 cages stacked and stapled with the greenhouse plastic. And it has done a wonderful job during the winter months to keep these guys not hot, because I don't necessarily want to keep them hot, but I do want to keep them a little bit warmer. And I think it's done a wonderful job at that, keeping everybody a little bit warmer. Every year we learn something different and new, and always trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to do something, be it more efficient, better for us and better for the animals. Because a lot of times people tweak things, and they tweak things to be better for the human that's taking care of them. And sometimes it would be better to do things better for the animal. Yeah, it might be more work, but healthier animals get sick less often and produce you a lot of joy. And it is, as a steward of animals, it is your responsibility to try to give them the highest quality, best quality life as you possibly can. Okay, tomorrow we're going to have to come in and give everybody lots and lots of hay, because even though they're bunnies, they're still going to be cold, extremely cold next week, and want to make sure that not only do they can get snuggly in the hay, they also really enjoy eating in the hay, and gives them. So instead of just giving them the amount of hay that we usually do for them to have snacks and such like that, it's we're going to have to step up the game and give them a lot more so that they can also use it as bedding. Now the great thing is we will have, the wonderful thing about raising chickens and bunnies and that kind of stuff is, if you collect and you clean out their cages and you put it in a regular place, you have absolutely spectacular soil, garden soil, for the next years. And the garden soil is great because not only did you have your rabbits, but their waste product turned into something that made it so that you can grow more veggies. And some of those veggies you can give to your animals. Because there's a lot of times there's stuff that just we have too much, or your stuff that you're not going to necessarily eat. And so give that to your Give that to your bunnies, or some of the weeds that grow in between your vegetable gardens. It's great to, some of those weeds are absolutely great to give to your bunnies and your chickens, because they absolutely love those. We're also going to, my goal is to build an is to have a good insulated beehive next year. And so when that's the case, I'm going to, if as long as I get that done, and I'm still probably going to buy at least one hive, but if I get the insulated hive in and I get that built, I'll probably get maybe 2 or 3 beehives this year, because that is what I would like. Because unfortunately, I know this particular year, my bees were going weak into the winter, and I did a few tricks to try to help them, but they just they started off weak. I shouldn't say they started off weak. They went through a middle summer week, and because of that, I just knew it was going to be extra hard for the winter for them. So I wasn't really counting on them surviving this winter. It's why I was planning on building an insulated beehive, but that's why that ended up falling. Didn't end up continuing on with that. That is on my list of things to do. And I spill so much. Hey. Hi, Duck. There's some spilled food over there if you want to get it. You'll love it. It's your new favorite. So we also have some big projects. 2 big projects. And I'm going to get one of them done for sure. My goal is both of them. But my 2 big projects is we're going to build we're going to be building a solar-powered dehydrator, and we're going to build a sauna. So that is my goal. Those are 2 of the big projects that I really plan on doing next year. I have plans for both. We will see how well all of it turns out. If it turns out well, and I like the plans and I think it's easy, I will share them all with you guys, so that they'll be shared on the website, so that it'll be easy for everybody else to be able to do that as well. If I don't like them, then we'll tweak it, and when I find the plans that work, I will share the effective plans. Okay, let's head back to the house, because at the house is where I want to get the stuff we need to start prepping so that I can cover the chicken coops for the winter months. That'll be something, not for the winter months, but for these extremely cold winter days. We usually have everything designed like blankets and such for the winter months, but some of those we've needed to recycle and they were just, some of them were just done with what they needed to do. So I think my parents are here, so I am going to go help them bring the groceries in. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I will talk to you guys again very soon. It's Doc. till tomorrow. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm going to go help my parents bring groceries in, so adios. You guys just get here.